At the risk of sounding like a cliche, Uma Nota Manila is quite a unique concept. And now, let me tell you why. First, it's technically located in Shangri-La the Fort, but it has its own entrance at the side of the hotel and you'd have to be outside to access it. The doorway alone hints at entering a different world, and the prospect fills one with excitement for what lies ahead. Now, if this entrance seems familiar to some of you, then you might have been to the Ministry of Crab, a popular mud crab restaurant from Sri Lanka that used to occupy the space where Uma Nota is now. The hall design might be the same, but that's where the similarities end. But before we move forward, to the left is a discreet entrance to the back room, a speakeasy-themed bar that operates independently from Uma Nota. Past the host station and to the left is a dark curtain that reveals a carpeted stairway to the basement-level resto. But why so dark though? Well, it adds to the audience impact of the big reveal on the landing. This stunning high-ceilinged space is what awaits you, and this is just a preview. Now, bear in mind two things. First, that Uma Nota has a Brazilian-Japanese menu, and second is that Manila is their third location globally. They've opened their doors in Hong Kong and Paris, and a quick Google search reveals that each branch has a different look. Hong Kong's is a bit more trendy and artsy based on its Peel Street location. In Paris, while the building it's part of has a classic look, the restaurant itself has a colorful, casual vibe with elements that match the Hong Kong branch. But even if you've been to those two locations already, Uma Nota Manila has a completely different aesthetic and is a new experience in itself. They've utilized the cavernous area to create something more glamorous and upscale. And the high-end look is at par with its luxe BGC hotel address. Dubai-based, award-winning interior designer Asma Saeed styled the space into different realms, beginning with this area cleverly dubbed the living room. I was told that the hanging tree installation is a preserved piece, and it brings a sense of the outdoors into the underground space while also tying in that tropical Brazilian feel. And here's the view from the other side of the room. The colorful artwork adds to the vibrance of the space and contributes to the overall 360-degree visual impact. Everywhere you look, there are some lovely details. We are now entering the bar, and this area is a distinct section of its own to promote the social atmosphere and their unique drink concoctions. To the left of the bar are the restrooms, and I can't help but show you the ladies' room because, well, it's so pretty. To the right of the bar is a room called Tropicalia, which serves as an additional dining area or a private function area. As the name suggests, this is a nod to Brazil's Tropicalia musical movement. This dining room has a retro lounge look and feel and a more cozy and intimate atmosphere. Japanese and Latin records adorn the walls as well as some Japanese-themed artwork. According to the founders of Uma Nota, this is a Brazilian-Japanese concept originating from São Paulo. They are showcasing the Japanese subculture in Brazil, home to the largest Japanese community outside of Japan, with immigration starting in the early 1900s. There is an emphasis that the Uma Nota menu shouldn't be written off as fusion, since what they serve is Brazilian cuisine from São Paulo and the Liberdade neighborhood, which was previously known as Japantown. And it feels like the spotlight is on the gradual adaptation of this subculture rather than simply talking about food experimentation. Let's start the dinner with some drinks. This is the Coco Verde with lime, coconut milk, pandan, mint, and cachaça, a fermented sugarcane juice spirit that's also found in Brazil's national cocktail, the caipirinha. Yes, they definitely put the lime in the coconut, making it a sweet and sour drink. This is the red flag and it comes with a Polaroid photo of the drinker that can be taken home as a keepsake. On the side of the glass is some togarashi. This cocktail has tequila, rosso amaranto vermouth, mezcal, and raspberry chili syrup, so this drink has a spicy kick to it. So let's talk food, starting with the appetizers. The first dish features Brazilian tapioca and cheese slices with a side of sweet chili sauce. This reminds me of the Cantonese dish fried milk, where a firmed up milk pudding is fried and you get this crispy soft combo of textures. The mild cheese used here similarly has that slightly sweet milky taste, but the tiny tapioca balls add texture as well as extra chewiness with a firmness similar to a cube of paneer. Next up is the signature chicken and okra croquettes served with homemade chili sauce. This is quite a filling dish, especially since the chicken shreds are big and the potato croquette outer coating is thin. Served freshly fried, the outer shell is deliciously crispy. The closest I can get to describing the filling is that it's reminiscent of an extra chunky chicken empanada, but with a more vibrant South American twist. And the chili sauce is super fresh that you get that citrusy flavor alongside that immense heat. But I'm a lightweight when it comes to hot sauces, so I didn't put a lot on, just about that much. The salmon roll has cucumber, wasabi cream cheese, avocado, sweet soy, and topped with ikura or salmon roe, also known as red caviar. The wasabi cream cheese wasn't too pungent, and this is a rich and creamy take on sushi rolls since you've also got the texture of the sliced avocado. If you want their leaner, healthier sushi roll, the avocado roll contains grilled asparagus, shibuzake, cucumber, vegan herb mayonnaise, and crispy cassava sprinkled on top. FYI, shibuzake is that purple pickled eggplant with cucumber and ginger. This beef dish falls under the tiradito part of the menu, which is similar to a carpaccio, meaning the meat or seafood served is raw, but these are in some sort of sauce. This is a light-cured beef tenderloin with smoked ponzu, black garlic mayo, and crispy shallots, and it's the sweet citrusy ponzu mild soy seasoning that stands out. And of course, the beef is tender like a sashimi. Now let's discuss the main dishes. This Japanese Wagyu strip loin is a stunner and comes from the Kyushu island of Japan. I requested mine to have medium doneness, and it is wonderfully tender but not too fatty. The meat wasn't over-seasoned. In fact, this garlicky breading that comes with it is mostly where the saltiness comes in. And I appreciate that they didn't pack this topping on, and instead served some extra on the side so that you can adjust accordingly and not cover up the flavor of the beef. The salsa, also on the side, is so fresh that the individual flavors of its components pop and have not been over-infused. The black cod, served with the pickled beets, is very tender and flakes easily. I can taste bits of salt crystals that complement the buttery miso sauce. It comes across as bursts of flavor that highlight the umami taste of the miso. They serve this with calamansi, but I prefer not to use any on this, and the sauce is mostly on the crust of the fish as a light glazing, so the subtler flavor of the cod meat also tones down the sauce and seasoning. The Uma Nota salad is a separate dish. It contains mixed greens, ripe yellow mango, tomato, avocado, topped with fried onions and a wasabi ponzu dressing. And the rice shown earlier is also ordered separately for 250 pesos. For dessert, there's a bit of showmanship involved with the matcha layered cake. It's served with a cotton candy cloud that is torched for the big reveal. The layer cake is not too sweet. It has a strong traditional green tea taste rather than having floral notes. The frosting is a light green tea whipped cream. The cream used wasn't particularly buttery or rich, so it didn't take away attention from the matcha flavor. So if you're looking for more sweetness, that would come from the cotton candy that takes on a crunchy, hard candy texture after getting caramelized from the torch. There's also Hokkaido milk ice cream on the side. This next dessert is called a churrasco because a whole pineapple is roasted and peeled for a slightly smoky flavor. I would liken it to a deconstructed pineapple cobbler a la mode. There's a buttery almond and coconut crumble crust. The pineapple sweetness is at a medium, not too sweet, not too sour. The coconut ice cream on top is drizzled with Japanese whiskey sauce and has lime zest for a burst of tropical aroma. And if you're looking to blow off some steam and dance the night away, Latin Night is every Thursday from 10 p.m. onwards. Later in the night on other evenings, Uma Nota transitions into more of a chill lounge feel, further demonstrating the versatility of the space. Please subscribe for more content like this.